Hey there, this is Veena from Patter Cake, the channel that's about baking and much more. Okay then, let's get cracking with today's recipe. Welcome to Patter Cake. Today in the Patter Cake kitchen, we are making Goan Vonn, or Kazarachi soji as we call it in South Goa. It's a flavor-packed Goan dessert. You could think of it as a Goan kheer. So now, why wait? Let me show you how I like to make flavorful Goan Vonn right here at Patter Cake. We'll start by pressure cooking half a cup, that's 90 grams, of chana dal that I had washed and then soaked overnight in 1.5 cups of water. The chana dal needs to be soaked for at least 4 hours. To pressure cook it, we'll first add 1 teaspoon of oil to it to prevent the dal from frothing over inside the cooker while it's being pressure cooked. I'll now put the dal into my pressure cooker. After the cooker comes to full pressure, I'll lower the heat and cook the dal for 10 minutes. In the meanwhile, we'll extract coconut milk from 1.5 cups of freshly grated coconut. I got this by scraping a medium-sized coconut. To save time, instead of extracting the coconut milk, you could also use canned coconut milk or coconut milk powder, which you could reconstitute with water to make 1 3/4 cups of coconut milk. Let's transfer the grated coconut to a grinder jar. To this, I'll add 3/4 of a cup of water. I'll grind this finely and be back. Here's the ground coconut. I'll now press this through a sieve. This first extract will be the thick coconut milk. I'll now add half a cup of water to this squeezed out coconut and grind this again to extract some thin coconut milk. I'm collecting all the coconut milk in the same bowl because for this recipe, there's no need to collect the thick and thin milk separately. I'll now repeat the same procedure using another half cup of water. So now in all, we have 3/4 cup plus half cup plus another half cup, making that around 1 3/4 of a cup to 2 cups of coconut milk in all. That done, let's prepare a slurry using 1/4 cup of rice flour and half a cup of water. We'll use this slurry later on to thicken the vonn. Now let's check out how our chana dal has cooked. You can see it's very soft, but the dal is not cooked to a pulp. Since I don't like too much of intact dal in my vonn, I lightly mash just half of it with a spoon, like this. You could also use a potato masher to do this. Now let's transfer the dal to a vessel and set it on the stove to cook on medium heat. To this, I'll add half a teaspoon of salt and 3/4 of a cup, that's about 160 grams of grated cane jaggery. You could replace around 1/4 of this with palm jaggery if you have some at home. Let's stir and cook this till the jaggery dissolves. I'll now add 1/4 cup of chopped cashew nuts and stir in the coconut milk. Next, I'll add 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom to the vonn to enhance its flavor some more. Once the mix comes to a boil, I'll reduce the heat to low. I'll give the slurry we made earlier a quick stir and then slowly add it into the vonn, stirring continuously to prevent the formation of lumps in the vonn as it thickens. When the mix starts boiling again, we'll raise the heat to medium and let the vonn cook for 3 to 4 minutes more. Now it's time to adjust the consistency of the Voan by adding some water to it if necessary. I think it needs to be thinned slightly and will therefore add half a cup of water to it. How thick or how thin you make the Voan is a matter of personal preference. Finally, let's taste the Voan. If it needs to be sweetened some more, you can add some sugar to it. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. I think that's all it needs. Now we'll let the Voan come to a boil again and then turn off the heat. If you've never tasted Goan Voan or made it before, let me emphasize that this Goan Vonn recipe is one of those must-try ones. It's not only super tasty, it's super easy to make as well. You can't go wrong with this one. And I'm telling you, if you make this once, you'll want to make it again and again.